Hello and welcome to Week 5 Battle Spot Recap. I'm here with Ika Mizume and Chemcoop. How's it going, fellas?
Hey, yo. Pretty good. Let's watch some games.
Alright, so first recap battle we got up today is Jonathan versus Mish. So personally I've felt a little bit bad for Jonathan because he's had a sweet run in the BSPL and haven't really covered any games from him yet, so gonna fit one in right at the end here. Thoughts on the matchup at all, you guys? I mean, that Luminion looks pretty beast.
Yeah,
don't see that every
day. It's a cool tech.
Definitely the first thing you see.
Yeah, that's right. Especially considering Mishi's brought an Azu as well. Could definitely be doing some work.
Yeah, being able to redirect +6 Aqua Jets could be pretty darn clutch.
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, Gardevoir is pretty good for Mish. I mean, if he's able to just get into a position where he can spam Hyper Voice, he's going to be picking up a KO just about every turn. But luckily, John has one of the best answers to Gardevoir in Aegislash. Because in doubles, Aegislash can run Wide Guard, so he can block his teammates from that Hyper Voice. And then Aegislash is also going to resist both Hyper Voice and Psychic, as well as being able to fire off big, super effective hits on the Gardevoir.
Yeah.
So I think both these guys have
the tools to win.
Pokemon that are very scary to each other, but both of them have reasonably good checks to both. All
right, let's kick it off then. So Rotom and Aegislash lead from John, and maybe
it's pretty safe lead, I think. I think these two were clearly the best two mons in the matchup as well. So we see the Wide Guard turn one.
Like Ken was saying, Aegislash just going for the Wide Guard, and
we got the multi-hit coming out.
Yeah, so we end up seeing, I think that turns out to be Specs. HP Ice takes out the Landers in one hit. Probably Choice Scarf Lando as well. And here, looking at this game, I think you could say Mishimono Mish played. I don't know if he was thinking about Gen 7 mechanics,
right.
Because he saw the Gardevoir get outsped by the Rotom.
Yeah.
Or what? Because I think this turn it ends up being faster because it's got that Mega off. So he ends up protecting that Amoonguss and firing off the Psychic when he could have...
He doesn't need to, yeah.
Yeah, because he could have fired off the Psychic into that slot and then also gotten off a Spore or Rage Powdered pretty safely there and protected that Gardevoir on that turn.
Interesting.
So I don't know what he was thinking, but he definitely could have kept that. He could have not protected the Amoonguss and been able to keep his Gardevoir or put that Aegislash to sleep.
I wonder if that crit mattered. You probably think that...
Probably not.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
You'd need a lot of bulk.
Maybe.
I'm not 100% sure on my Trick Room Gardevoir calcs, but if it was like a bulkier Trick Room Gardevoir, it may have mattered.
Yeah, I mean, Aegislash can likely follow up with a Sneak too, but...
I don't think it really... None of it runs Sneak a whole lot.
Probably not, yeah, okay. Luminion coming out. Gets a pretty nice freeze.
Not bad.
Freeze actually doesn't end up mattering because I think the Amoonguss thaws first turn.
Alright, okay.
Yeah, nice knockoff for Mish. Takes out the Aegislash. It reveals the safety goggles, which is neat. So, actually, even if Mishimono had gone for the Rage Powder or the Spore, it wouldn't have affected Aegislash on the turn that he protected. So
it's useful information to know for future games, though.
Sure.
Right. Well, he ends up getting information now, anyways, with the knockoff. So it's not that big of a deal.
That is really cool tech on that Aegislash. I like that.
Yeah.
Pin missile coming in.
Pin missile is gonna KO.
Yeah, that big, strong, whatever it is, base 185?
Yeah, something silly.
From Heracross? Yeah.
At this point, Mish kind of just has lost the game, basically.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, this is one of those scenarios where if you played a lot of random battles on Showdown, you know that Luminion has Storm Drain, but if you're just an average Mons player, you probably don't realize that.
Yeah.
I don't know that even if he had called that turn correctly, like if he'd play rough the Luminion or knock off the Luminion and KO'd it, I kind of doubt that +6 Aqua Jet would KO Heracross because it's pretty bulky.
In there.
Yeah.
So I think John still had game one, even if Mish didn't get Storm Drained.
He'd definitely have to get a crit on the Aqua Jet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Let's check out game number 2. See how these guys adjust their play. The same
lead for John.
But Heatran from Mish.
Yeah, it was a good adjustment. Not falling for the King Shield again. U-turns out pretty safe. Fearing that HP Ice to come out.
Yeah, definitely spec damage.
Yeah, it's so pretty good turn one for John.
Maybe I'll just put it back on the slide.
Yeah. John calls that switch out into the Amoonguss on that Heatran slot and targets the Gardevoir, but Mish protects, so doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he could spam off Hyper Voice because Aegislash isn't on the field, though.
Yeah. I mean, he was firing off the Hyper Voice to get some chip off the Rotom and get a big hit off the Luminion, but yeah, good switch back in Aegislash because neither of these Pokemon can really pressure Aegislash that much, especially because we know it has safety goggles.
Man, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if Mish was okay with trading the Gardevoir there, or if he forgot that Aegislash had the safety goggles. So obviously that's why the Rage Powder didn't redirect the Shadow Ball from targeting Gardevoir.
Yeah, Mish would surely be used to like the effects of Rage Powder with that. I would have thought with that much doubles experience.
Yeah. I'm sure. I just don't know if he
really
forgot.
Sweet tech.
Yeah. I think it's such a shame as well because Gardevoir is so good in this matchup that I feel like Mish is sacking it far too early in both these games.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing, I think with the safety goggles, I think Amoonguss is so good in doubles, and especially in Gen 6 doubles, that I don't think safety goggles is like that crazy of a tech, but it was certainly very good in this matchup.
So what can a Scarf Lando do at this point? You don't have to break the Heatran, I guess. But Rock Slide out, I get.
Yeah, you got to Rock Slide out, and then you have to be able to KO that Aegislash with Overheat from the Heatran, but
he overheat into the Luminion slot. I guess he was banking on a switch.
Well, the Aegislash was, I think, in that.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
Yeah, it went out to Luminion.
Pause again.
Yeah.
Rock Blast.
Protects on the, I guess, fearing an Ice Beam is coming out there, but we see Tailwind instead, and that's pretty much the end of the game here because Lando's locked into Rock Slide.
Yeah, and they've got Tailwind pressure now.
One of these turns, Aegislash is gonna break free of flinching, so.
Yeah, and Luminion's able to outspeed and KO the Landers with Ice Beam at this point, so Heracross is just going to be able to clean up once the Lando goes down.
And Heracross behind Tailwind so scary, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter.
So,
you can't take a Shadow Ball. So 2 clean wins to John there.
Yep, he ends up securing his 5-0 record in BSPL, so perfect regular season.
Yeah.
And I think his win actually propelled his team, the Rustboro Rocky Helmets, into playoffs because
that's right.
At the time of that set, it was 3-0 or 3-1. It was 3-1. Yeah, and then taking the 4-1 meant that the Helmets won the week and thereby clinched their playoff spot and eliminated Mish's team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So definitely a pretty consequential match.
Yeah, for sure. At the time, it was huge. Alright, so next game we're going to look at Grail Mercenary 9 versus Pleb. Oh no, Droxus, I should say.
Yep. So Grail, the other 4-0 player, trying to get his perfect record.
Yeah, he's had a very good season.
Yeah.
So far.
So Grail's brought. That is like the classic team. I'm going to close this down. I'm getting annoying notifications. So yeah, this reminds me of like the first team I ever used in Gen 7. Charizard Y with Thunderous Therian and Metagross. Actually, I think the only difference is I had Hydreigon instead of Mimikyu.
Huh. Yeah, so I know Grail's been using this team since early Gen 7.
Yeah.
Well, a variant of it. So instead of Metagross, originally it was Tapu Lele.
Okay.
And that was a really popular. This was a really popular team.
Yeah.
It was always fairly high on the QR list.
Yeah.
And so some people would make their own variants where it would be Zard X instead of Zard Y, or different items on some of the Mimikyu or the Thundurus. But yeah, Lele over Metagross, and that was like a really standard Sun and Moon team. But
yeah,
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon is kind of tailed off in usage.
Yeah, I think it's probably one of the best beginner teams out there, just because of how forgiving the nature of Charizard and Hippo are. But yeah, it's interesting to see that we got like a bit of a grudge match with the weather users. Yeah, weather war. Yeah.
I feel like Grail absolutely wins that weather war. Unfortunately. I mean, Zard Y is just so good in this game.
Yeah, it's definitely really hard for Rain to deal with Zard Y, because anytime Zard Y gets in and gets that sun up, especially against the Politoed, something has to die. A flame charge is happening, most likely, and he's probably going to lose the game.
Yeah. So we're going to definitely expect to see some Charizard Y action, I reckon.
Yeah.
Grail should probably bring Hippo plus Charizard Y. I'd probably bring it every game. That's what I'd do if I was in his position, but we'll just have to see, I guess. Yeah, I mean, being able to control weather in two different ways is so important against a team with only one weather setter. And then Breloom is also just so good against rain because it's going to outspeed both Politoed. It actually speed times with Mega Swampert, but a lot of Mega Swampert run Adamant, and a lot of Loom run Jolly, so Bullet Seeds just got 2 KOs right there. And it beats the Kartana as well.
Yeah, 2 Mach Punches is going to take out Kartana, I believe. So.
I think Jolly Breloom is more popular with the Zard Y Hippo set, because you give it Rock Tomb, not Sword Stance. But anyway, let's get into it. So Grail's leading with his Charizard, and Droxus just fully flexes his Normalium Z Giga Impact there. Pretty huge turn 1.
Yeah, you definitely have to be careful. I mean, obviously it worked out on turn 1, but now Grail has that information for future games.
Yeah, he's not going to fall for that again.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I used to run that on Normalium Z set on Kartana with P2 and Morwa. Great Charizard and Volcarona bait. Nice to see.
I think it's become more common on rain teams in general.
Right.
Normalium Z. I think it's almost standard, if anything.
Okay.
Yeah, and so that pretty much just about ends the game right there with that Normalium Z.
Huge turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about the fact that Hippo just lived a super effective +1 attack from a Kartana?
Why is this? Why is this not allowed?
Yeah,
it's just insane.
It needs a nerf.
That must not be attack. That must be like some bulky Kartana set though.
Maybe
it can't be back. It can't be back.
Can't really afford to though, because I mean, I stopped using that Kartana because of how popular bulky Zard Y had suddenly become. You know, with a flame charge, people like to just give it enough speed to outspeed, Mega Manectric at +1. So I'd be nervous about even, just going for that breakneck blitz. But this Hippo is obviously max defense to survive.
Max defense, Rocky helmet.
Yeah.
This is probably his Mega Salamence check here.
Yeah, true. Yeah. All right. So he did get the yawn off there. So Kartana will be going to sleep.
To see what he's got in the back.
Yeah.
So it's all up to the last mon, which happens to be Mimikyu.
Yeah.
I believe.
That's right. So I don't know. It's pretty much Mimikyu.
At this point, you're hoping for lots of sleep turns.
You'd have to assume that he hasn't got Politoed or Swampert here.
It's right.
Which means it's probably going to be Mimi and AG or
Mence. And I think the fact that Kart's only slept for one turn means, and managed to break the disguise means it's probably over.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what the last was. If the last was Mimikyu, I don't think the sleep turns mattered.
Yeah.
Because Mence would have been able to come out, break the disguise, Mence goes down, and then I think Mimikyu in the back ends up feeding Grail. But we don't know what the last was, so hard to say for sure what would have happened if it got in a 2-turn sleep.
Need at least to get information about what the Mence is due to that damage roll. So.
Yeah.
Bit of an unfortunate play rough miss there, but again, I don't think it mattered considering he would have had Mimi or AG in the back.
Yeah, I think that may have been. I think that Mimikyu might have had a little bit of bulk. Because it lived after sand, right? It lived on 1 after sand, which means it took 890, 3% or whatever from the return.
Yeah, I think 56 adamant Salamence, which is usually what the return ones do. KO's non-bulky KO's non-bulky Mimikyu. After the disguise is broken, so it probably has some bulk investment. Yeah, not much, or I guess it could have been a high roll on a little bit of bulk, but it might actually be EV to live the
Mence return.
Yeah, the 52 Mence return, the 52 attack Mence return.
All right, so let's kick off with game number 2. See how this unfolds. And that's a horrible turn 1 for Grail.
I don't think it's honestly that bad.
Depends on whether that Breloom's got Rock Tomb.
I mean, they always have Rock Tomb on these type of teams.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Rock Tomb's still gonna break this up, but he has this Hippo anyways. So what's he worrying about? This Hippo took a +1 Kartana's leaf blade.
Yeah.
It's gonna beat Mega Salamence.
It's gonna be
just to see how broken bulky Mega Mence is. It doesn't even get the sub broken by Ice Fang.
I know.
Well, it roosted, so it was affected.
It was roosted, but still.
Yeah. Hippo's got a pretty decent base attack as well.
Yeah. It's definitely respectable.
Hippo is honestly just like a very well designed Pokemon. Just in that it has a lot of bulk where you'd expect it, and its stats that you wouldn't expect to be very good are pretty darn bad.
Indeed.
So it's definitely well designed in that regard.
So it gets the Toxic off on Hippo.
Yawn time.
That's nice for.
And now it's gonna yawn spam until it dies, probably.
Yeah, so you'd have to say the upper hand here is given to Gyroxis, because he can just switch until Hippo goes down, right?
Yeah, but presumably what he's going to do is he's going to kill the Hippo. Oh, well, he doesn't actually do that because he goes hard Aegislash.
Predicts the Aegislash coming out. Yeah, it goes hard Charizard.
Charizard on that read.
Good call by
he could yawn spam until, and then get in his Charizard. On, and then you'd probably have to switch out on a sleep or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mega's right there. just goes for the flamethrower. Wow.
Yeah.
Tanky Aegislash.
Yeah, probably Spadef, right?
Yeah, it is a very Spadef build if it lived that. But again, another broken Pokemon. I mean, can we talk about the fact that this was Charizard Y in the sun with a super effective attack, and it still lived?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Literally, Spadef Aegislash is why I like to run Fire Blast.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Because
sure.
just having it live on 10% versus like +2 Naganadal's flamethrower just tilts me.
Oh yeah.
And same with Zard. But yeah, right now Zard's just gonna go for Flame Charge repeatedly.
It's pretty free.
I think that's
a
way to win the game because he probably has HP Ice.
That's right. Yeah. Very very dangerous position. This Charizard Y.
And that is game.
Yeah. Now you know it's not Scarf Kartana. It's free.
Yep.
Too. Not that Scarf Kartana could probably KO anyways at that range. But
yeah, it would have to go for like Giga Impact or something to actually KO.
I wonder about that Charizard Y's spread. If it didn't get the KO on Aegislash, I wonder if it has 252 in special attack.
Probably.
Probably.
Because if it fell over to the Z Giga Impact, it doesn't have a ton of bulk, I don't think.
Yeah, and the fact that it took about 40% from Aegislash's Shadow Ball. Yeah, I feel like a bulky Zard would take probably a bit less than that.
It's actually
Zard.
It's got good special defense, doesn't it?
It
has.
Yeah.
It does. So Grail picking the winning formula in that last game.
Yeah.
Gonna lead Hippo this time.
Oh, and then he finds out that it's rain. This game.
Yep.
Which is like, honestly, if I was in Jirox's shoes right now, at this point, I'd be feeling so nervous.
Yeah.
Versus Grail, when he's got Hippo and Zard Y and you're running rain, you have to make some god tier plays, honestly, I think.
Oh.
Yeah,
and he goes Zard.
I will say that I really disagree with this play of staying in there with the Politoed.
Yeah.
Because I think what Jiraxis should have done was go hard Mimikyu on that Solar Beam, and then go straight back into the Politoed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He needs to reset the weather.
Exactly. And so when you have Politoed out versus the Sunsetter, and that's your only weather setter, something has to die.
Yeah.
In order for you to get the weather back up. Whereas if he'd gone Mimikyu, he could have just traded Disguise to get weather back up.
Yeah.
And you know he has to go Mimikyu as well, because there's no point bringing Politoed without having Swampert.
Yeah.
Right.
So, that's right.
But yeah, so like from a hypothetical standpoint, like if the Mimikyu had come in there instead of the Politoed taking 75% from the beam, I mean it would have been. I think Grail would have had to predict the Politoed was coming out next, and then switch out into his Breloom. And I think that was the only way he could have escaped that without losing a Pokemon. Because if Politoed came back in on the Zard, and the Zard just attacked the Mimikyu, Politoed gets eject buttoned out into the Swampert. The rain is up, and then something is dying to Waterfall plus any other attack.
Yeah.
I feel like with this sort of game... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you go.
I feel like with this sort of game, like once Zard has the numbers advantage in terms of mon-to-mon in this sort of matchup, the game's pretty much over, because every time Swampert comes in, it claims a kill, then Zard comes back in and gets its kill, or whenever Politoed is in, Zard can come in. So it's you have so many possibilities of actually winning the game once you have that mon advantage, because you can just sack and bring back in Zard.
Right.
And sack.
All right. Let's see how.
So just even having Zard in once puts Jiroxis in such a bad position. I mean, nice play there, getting the Swords Dance. maybe
This won't
will
care
hit
this
there.
hippo, will it?
But,
No,
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
I mean, it is +2.
It's +2,
Remedium.
So this actually would have been the game right here. If this were fast Mimikyu, but because we saw a curse turn 1, more than likely it's probably a bulkier Mimikyu variant. But there are 4 turns of sand, so if this were fast Mimikyu, it gets the play rough off, brings the Loom down to Sash, Loom goes down to sand, and then Politoed comes out and wins the game with Swampert in the back.
Yeah, damn. So unfortunate that the Breloom outspeeds, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't. It probably, most likely who'd have won, actually.
Yeah, this is over. If the Mimikyu outsped, the game was over. This is it. Because we'll just see Politoed drop, Swampert comes out, revenges the Breloom, and then Charizard wins with Sun plus Solar Beam. So that is the set.
That's the set you got to bring on the day. You got to get that right.
Yeah.
Unfortunate that Mimikyu had to face off against the Breloom. And then Solar Beam for the win. And Grail takes 5-0 for this BSPL. So awesome effort to Grail, Mercenary 9.
Yeah. It's pretty darn clutch to win every single week against really good players.
That's right. Alright, so the last game we've got in store is Synergy versus Average Fella. And this is an Oraz game. So, I do like Lucario and Dragonite, especially in the Gen 6.
Yeah, it's a classic core.
Yeah, I got a nice Fairy Steel Dragon from Average Fella.
Interesting steal with the Bronzong. But
well, I am Lucario, but I don't really count Lucario as a steal because
it's not really. I guess
it's too frail to really to take even resisted hits, and not resisting Fairy also really takes away from its utility in the Fairy Steel Dragon core.
Yes. Double Steel, Double Dragon used to be like a phrase, right? In Gen 5 and 6, I think. It's like
you have like Drag Spam plus Magnezone or...
Yeah, Drag Mag, yeah.
Alright, and classic Talonflame. Do love me some Talonflame in Gen 6.
Yep.
Right. Let's see how
Bandit Talonflame is so good in Gen 6. And I think that's what this set ends up being.
Whoa.
Yeah. Rocky Helmet.
Rocky Helmet, Bronzong.
His Death Bronzong, yeah.
Yeah. Azu's actually really good for Synergy in this game.
Yeah, it does a lot. It has a pretty good matchup versus Average Fella.
Yeah.
So Rocks versus Belly Drum.
If he had Knock here, the game would probably be... maybe not.
I think the Azu might be in range of Banded Talonflame after taking 2 Rocky Helmet hits, plus the Belly Drum and all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely up the Belly Drum. You would have to think it's not going to get past the Banded Brave Bird.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Talonflame is really weak, but we are talking about a 120 base power stab with a choice band. So, yeah. Azu drops to that priority Brave Bird. Mens comes out, gets the Intimidate off.
So who does he go
and
into?
Something's dying. I think he goes into Dragonite.
Something is definitely dying.
Yeah.
I think, he just goes straight for the return here.
Yeah, Double Edge.
Double Edge. He's going to be doing damage to himself, potentially putting himself into range of Brave Bird.
Yeah, he's definitely in range of Banded. He's definitely in range of Banded Brave Bird now at this point.
Yeah, I assume that Synergy knows this though. And he has something that can deal with Azu, maybe.
He ends up having the Ferrothorn here, and because the Talonflame is choice banned, he should be able to win this 1v1.
Unfortunate that Average Fella can't click Blitz here.
Yeah.
That choice lock.
Yeah, the band actually turns out to bite him in the back.
That is nice damage. But
Look
okay.
how the recoil probably does more damage than the actual Brave Bird.
Yeah. The recoil, the iron barbs, the Rocky helmet.
So this was really cool interaction. This is the only thing I remember about this game was the fact that I mean he crit Marathon, but he still lost the game because of iron barbs.
Yeah. I've honestly never seen that before. That's crazy.
Yeah, so
I thought Synergy should have gone for double protect just in case of the crit. But I guess I knew less about the game than Synergy did.
Yeah. So the thing is, in Gen 7, Average Fellow would have won, but Gen 6, the mechanics were different. So Gen 6, if you feign into Iron Barbs, then the Iron Barbs user won, but they changed that when SM came out.
I think that's kind of OP. That's pretty... Man, that's nuts.
This probably only happens in 1 out of every 100 games, but it's just just one of those small niche things that can work out in your favor.
Yeah, I've definitely had that happen with I think pulling Garchomp before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming it's the same with Rough Skin.
It is. Yeah, any of the damage inflicting abilities or items.
Damn.
Yeah, it works the same. So
Helmet and Barbs. Wait, so good in Gen 6.
Yeah.
All right.
It's still really good in Gen 7 as well, but not
quite.
Yeah, I think Leftovers is just absolutely so much better on Ferrothorn in Gen 7, but
oh yeah.
Some people still run Helmet. I think that's kind of a bad choice, though.
Yeah, I feel obviously being able to have more switch-ins to stuff like Tapu Lele is really good.
Yeah, I mean, with Leech Seed plus Leftovers, you get so much health back per turn. And then when you throw on a Protect, I mean, that's 40% back every 2 turns.
That's badass. So we see Talonflame against Rotom Heat turn 1 this game. An average gonna U-turn.
Obviously don't want to be in there.
You don't really want to switch any of... I mean, Hydreigon would probably be the ideal switch here.
But good luck bringing Hydreigon to a matchup with Azu, Mence, Mamo, and Gardevoir. I mean, that's pretty ballsy.
Something's gonna get hurt, I think, when it comes onto the field.
Probably a very free Volt Switch or something, or Willow.
Just
he actually just hard reads the switch out.
Yeah,
which is fair enough. No one would really want to stay in.
That's right. Yeah. That talent play.
And Willow is such a safe play because what's going to come in on Rotom? If you're predicting the Thunderbolt, maybe you go Hydreigon, and in that case you get the Will-O-Wisp, which is getting off 12.5% every single turn that the Hydreigon comes in. That's going to wear it down really fast. If you send in Lucario or Dragonite, those things are burned, much less of a threat.
They are neutered,
Azu getting burned is great, so
really nice.
And he's going to be able...
Yeah.
That
was a nice...
He's going to be able to take so many hits from the Talonflame anyway, so it's he can go for the Willow, and even if Talonflame would stay in and, I don't know, Blitz or Brave Bird or something, it doesn't matter because it's 25% or something.
Right.
So Synergy's in a pretty beast position right now, I think. Gets a stealth box.
Yeah. He
Rocks
just
are
needs
really good
at this point for the Rotom. Has the HP Ice for Salamence. That's pretty cool.
He's just gonna roast.
But Salamence can do Salamence things here.
Yeah.
Because it's a weak special attacker. Just keep roosting until he dies, potentially.
Free setup opportunity.
Or just double edge, that's fine as well, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of think he probably should have roosted again because this actually allows the Talonflame, it puts the Mence in range of the Bandit Brave Bird. Whereas if he just waited until the thing died to burn, he would have been alright.
I mean, he's always going to outspeed, and even an HP Ice crit at only ×2 effective is probably only going to do about 60%. So I guess he might have been fearing a potential stasis move of some sort, whether it be a T-Wave or a Toxic
Yeah, potentially.
Or yeah.
Alright, so Mence goes down there. Heat's back. Right, so yeah, he knows it is choice locked into Brave Bird, so that's pretty much fine. And Average Fella just gonna Brave Bird right onto Rotom. I guess he really doesn't want...
He knows what he's got in the back.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
Yeah.
And I think maybe Average Fella's calling GG at the end. Oh no. Not quite. Not quite yet.
Yeah.
I mean,
pretty good position for Average Fella, knowing that you have the Lucario in the back, because in rocks up, so potential Sash Mamoswine is broken, Gardevoir's going to drop, and Azu could probably beat Lucario.
Azu would be the only thing that could win. Maybe you'd have to get a crit with Lucario to win, but then the other end.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think Azu would have won because, if it were physical Lucario doesn't get Meteor Mash in Gen 6. I think it's best accurate steel move other than, or was Bullet Punch, otherwise you had to rely on like Iron Tail.
Yeah, that's right.
I'd assume that Meteor Mash probably doesn't kill Azu after Rock, so maybe.
Yeah, but it didn't get Meteor Mash in this generation, so...
he would have had to rely on Flash Cannon.
Yeah, and because we find out it was special, it would have had to go Flash Cannon, which is not going to take out Azu.
Yeah, and
I probably would have just triggered the berry, and...
Azu would have been... Or would Azu KO... Well, if it had Superpower, it would be KO.
Yeah. Superpower would have KO'd for sure. Actually, I feel like Play Rough into Aqua Jet probably would take it out too.
Yeah. I guess, I wonder if Flash Cannon into Vacuum Wave.
No.
Alright.
No. He'd have to have.
Azu is relatively bulky, and Flash Cannon is only neutral, and then Vacuum Wave is resisted, so yeah, it definitely would have lived.
Alright. So game 3. Talonflame lead again versus Rotom. Well, let's let it down.
Yeah, the Rotom is just so good in this set.
Didn't want to Will-O-Wisp that turn. Just goes for Thunderbolt. Whoa.
And there it goes. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm not sure if sacking Bronzong there was the right play, considering that the Talonflame's choice locked.
I mean, he has not much that could actually switch in and deal with Rotom play doing an overheat, because it's like a no drawback play. If he goes into Talonflame, it probably takes about 50% or so, and he can just Volt Switch out for free.
Yeah.
He obviously can't switch in Lucario.
That's right.
So, I mean, you'd have to have like Hydreigon or Salamence or something, because
yeah, true.
I'd assume even -2 Volt Switch. Well, he'd probably just switch out straight hard against Azu. That would be the only good switch in he'd have. I mean, he's not bringing Hydreigon to a game like this.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Hydreigon's permanently benched.
Like four of his Synergy spawns absolutely destroy it.
Yeah.
So, Average Fella bravely going to boost in front of Rotom.
Yeah, it was -2. I'm sure he calced it and realized he'd be fine.
Yeah.
The only problem is that could have this in the back, I guess.
So yeah,
that does so much for resisted hit.
Yeah, so if he had have called out the switch there and hit Flash Cannon, that Azu was definitely going down.
I feel like Flash. He should have Flash Cannon though.
Yeah.
I am sure it would have killed.
How much health?
Rotom.
No.
Oh no, it was on 4 HP. Okay, yeah, he had to Aura-Spear.
He had to make a tough read, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a really hard call to make. And depending on I don't think we ever see Synergies last, but I mean, if it were something like Mence, like if that's max speed men, so it wouldn't matter anyways because it would outspeed the Lucario and take it out.
Yeah, so maybe that switch from Synergy was a little unnecessary.
I think we just don't know what he had in the back.
I guess you can never know for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Hard to speculate. But yeah, unfortunate for Average Fella that he's definitely in range of an Aquajet here. Fires off a nice vacuum wave, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And there's no way that this Talonflame's getting past Rotom Heat when it's locked into Brave Bird. So unfortunate for Average Fella there.
Yeah, 3 T-Bolt to win.
Yeah. And so I think Synergy ended up being 4-1 this BSPL.
Yep, he went 4-1.
Yeah, so that's another great effort from the captain of the Blitzers.
Yep.
So, alright, we can take a quick look at the draft now, I guess. Well, this is basically where we're at right now. In the playoffs. So I guess by the end of week 5, that meant that it's Rustboro Rocky Helmets versus the Farseers. And we've seen 2 wins for the Farseers already, so lots of pressure on the Helmets if they want to make it through.
Yeah, I think Farseers won convincingly when they played in the regular season, right? I mean, I think it was 5-1 for the Farseers that week. I don't remember 100%, but I think they won.
Do you remember which week it was?
I don't. Good look in the overview.
Yeah. Oh, overview. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, they lost 1-5 in week 2.
In week 2.
Yeah.
To Farseers.
Yeah, right. So John was the only one picking up a victory there. Which makes sense considering John and Grail are both
undefeated.
5-0, yeah. So
I feel they have like a really quite a difficult task getting back into a winning position because they have definitely some hard opponents that they still have to play. The Helmet, so they still have to play Grail, for example.
That's right.
For one,
who's
I mean,
at the moment?
not to mention anyone else that they have to play. So
assuming, I mean, like they could punch for a tie still, but that's going to require 3 wins as well.
Yeah, I definitely think John is going to win. So I think I would say that they probably have like an 85%, at least an 85% chance of John winning. So I think we'll get at least that one.
I'd assume that like at least Dark Indium's probably favored in the GBU.
Dark has been going really well.
But maybe that one's close. Like definitely Noved versus HCHC is close.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that tomorrow.
That'll be a good game.
So yeah, you'd think he might have a pretty good shot of winning. And then Noved versus HZ will be the probably the heaviest one for this round.
Yeah, that's definitely a big game.
Because they're 1 apiece in tournament games for this year, I think. I know that HZ beat Noved in... It was either the Classic or the ladder tournament. And then Noved beat HZ last time in the BSPL, so... Yeah, that'll be a good one to watch. HZ...
No, HZ won in BSPL.
HZ won in BSPL,
won a piece, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Cool, so that would be sweet.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I remember when Average Fella and Dark played in week 2, I remember Average Fella brought some like pretty memey stuff. Like I think he brought Gorbis Shell Smash Pass and just destroyed Dark. It was pretty funny to see Gorbis going in. So we'll see.
Right.
That's GBU for you, though. You can bring so much weird jank in that tier.
Well, it's just nobody really has experience playing it.
Yeah, that's right.
It's kind of a very undeveloped. Well, I'm sure it was once a developed meta, but
yeah.
But nowadays, like very few people have a really, really good understanding of the tier. So
Yeah, that's right. Some hidden gems in there in GBU.
like Hitmonlee.
Yeah.
No, literally hidden gems.
Yeah. All right. Anything else to add, fellas, before we sign off?
I think that's it. I was happy to join for this week.
Yeah. So thanks for joining this week, Cam, and thanks for your continued support with this, Ika. It's been legendary.
You're welcome.
And big shout out to Grail for all the notes that you've written. Yeah, this has been lots of fun. All right. See you guys later.
See ya.
See ya.